very much in favor of the counting of points.
Does it work for you? No.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Run Through, your favorite figure skating podcast, where we talk about all the things that make us kiss and make us cry. I'm Adam Rippon. I'm here with Ashley Wagner, and I'm also here with not Olympic champion Sarah Hughes. Women of the podcast, it's great to be here.
Adam, it's so good to be here with you as well. We're in for quite a doozy this episode because it's the week before of Worlds, and it turns out it's a bit of a slow news week.
Is it? Twitter's down. It's a lot of that's big news in my world.
There is a competition going on in Latvia,
And we
right
said,
now.
Ashley, why don't you take the
Take it
reins
away.
on the Latvian competition, since you
Brady
were doing
Tunnell.
so well.
Take it away.
Brady Tunnell, 220.
I know,
I
she
believe,
is...
Adam, you said she's on a revenge tour,
Yes.
and it's really working out for her.
Yeah, I said she's on a revenge tour because, you know, this is like the revenge you take of, okay, you're not going to send me to Worlds. Well, I'm going to get record season scores at every competition I go to after Nationals.
You know, I always felt like I was my most successful when I was skating with a little bit of spite. So I'm happy to see that the recipe is also working for Brady.
There's also nothing at stake.
She's still skating well.
No, but I mean, isn't that sort of a freeing situation to be in? Like, you go to 4 continents and there's, you know, nothing at stake for you really at 4 continents other than, like, you want to do well.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to this competition and it's sort of the same thing. You just want to skate your best. And you don't get dragged down in all the other nonsense of selection or whatever else.
I think that's why Nationals is such an awful competition.
I
Yeah.
think it's one of the hardest competitions that the U.S. athletes are facing because it decides the second half of your season. It's either
Yes.
you're done or you have a second wind.
I mean, I always thought Nationals was much harder than Worlds and
Agreed.
much harder than the Olympics.
Yeah.
Disagree. Actually, I don't know. Maybe you're right. Because Olympics, I think for both of us, neither of us were like, yeah, we're going after a medal.
We were just not the one that we dreamed about.
We were like, we're going after the medal where we need a little bit of help from our really good ice dancer friends.
And some of our other single skater friends.
Happy to be here.
Well, and happy to be here. This is what I'm saying about Brady. Happy to be
Yeah.
here is the perfect place to be.
That's a good point. I do think there is at least something at stake, though, where you have been left off the world team. And so then after the fact, it's like every single time that you step out onto competitive ice, it's either an opportunity to really underscore that they made the right choice or not. And that is a weird looming pressure as well.
Well, that's what I like. This is the revenge of like, I need to get back onto the Olympic team. I'm going to use every opportunity, even if it's the Latvian competition that Ashley Wagner is single-handedly covering on her skating
and
podcast.
reffing and judging
and mediating.
Yeah. So we decided that in lieu of talking about skating news, we were going to stick to what we know best, which is nonsense. So we really swan dove right into our mailbag.
Yes. And, you know, we should have maybe asked, like, hey, why don't you ask some questions instead of me combing through at the last second? But I combed through at the last second. And we have an interesting question that I want to pose to all of us. And that question is, from all of our varying perspectives, what is our opinion on Guillaume and Laurent's coming back next season, knowing that the teams who compete at the World Championships for France will be earning those Olympic spots? What's our opinion, impression of that? Do we feel a certain way?
I know that Sarah does. And Sarah, I think you should lead this discussion.
I don't like it. And I feel like the Tessa and Scott comeback model feels the fairest to everybody. Where you come back the season before the Olympics in time to compete at the World Championships, in time to help earn spots for the Olympics where you are presumably going to take a spot. And I'm not crazy about this timing, where you have, two French teams going to Boston Worlds who are more than likely going to earn 2 spots, and one of them will not get one if Guillaume and Laurent skate as well as we think they probably can, and she gets her citizenship. So I'm not crazy about it. I think that feels a little, because had they just had their, had this together and had this planned out, and I'm sure there are a lot of factors as to why they didn't, but like, had they just been able to compete, sooner, they could have maybe gotten a spot at these World Championships and helped earn 3 spots, and then all the teams get to go to the Olympics. So, not my favorite.
I mean, I obviously see it from the perspective of the other athletes like you are, Sarah, where if I were one of the other athletes, I'd be like, you got to actually be kidding me. But that's sort of the name of the game in sports, is that if somebody comes in, whatever the timing may be, if they beat you, they'll get those spots.
You're right. Like, if you want to be on the team, earn your spot on the team, but then you can also rewind it and be like, well, you're going to take a spot. You're not doing the work to earn that spot. Or, what Sarah said, where it's like, you're not doing the work to earn a 3rd spot. So that way no one here is really affected.
Right.
But then again, like, they don't necessarily owe that to anyone. It's not their responsibility to make sure that that hypothetical 3rd team gets to go.
I think I don't know if it's a question of ethics or if it's just a simple question of like being a good teammate, because, those are your teammates at the Olympics, or at the World Championships. Like, yes, this is an individual sport. You compete for an individual placement, but like Team USA is Team USA. And Team France is Team France. So I just feel it's just not the greatest like sportsmanship from a teammate perspective, in my opinion.
And that's where my individual sport comes at. I never thought of that once, and even hearing it, I don't agree. But like, I think that's why I'm supposed to be a solo athlete.
You don't agree with what?
Sportsmanship,
friendship, thinking about others.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you're right. Team USA is Team USA, but there's the competition within the competition. And I would never once, outside of the team event with Gracie, be like, that's my teammate. I would be like, that's my competition. And I think that just like speaks to the nature of my individual sport.
It's not a zero-sum game here where there are only 2 spots and there's always only 2 spots. And so there are 2 French dance teams that are going to go, and everybody knows that. And whoever throws their hat in the ring at the end gets one of the 2 spots. Like, that's not how it works. They could have 1 spot. They could have 3 spots. And in this case, this team could have shown up to help them get a 3rd.
Well, I am curious, like, if it was even possible.
I don't know.
So, we'll never know.
Well, that's why I said I'm sure there are factors as to why they weren't back sooner.
Right.
But in an ideal world, they would have been back soon enough to not put anyone else in this situation.
But, it's not an ideal world. It's a French world.
Well, it is when Tessa and Scott come back.
Well, we can't go back to 2018 no matter how hard all of us try.
For different reasons.
But yeah, I mean, I feel you, but that's just the name of the game with
Yeah.
sports, and it feels totally unfair. And if I were that like second French team, like who's now on the bubble, who's basically essentially kind of waiting just to see if Laurence will get French citizenship,
Yep.
that would be an awful place to be in. But it's just in sports, it's the way it is, and it doesn't feel fair, but it is fair.
Yeah. Sports are unfair, famously.
But you know what else isn't fair is when your costume change does not change in the middle of your program.
This is more reporting that we're getting from the ground from Ashley, right? From on the ground
Yes.
in Latvia.
Yes. Katya Kurakova's costume malfunctions just were one
This
after the
just
next after the
in.
next. This just in. Polish cat ears fell off her head.
I didn't see anything from this competition. I didn't see any video. So you have to describe the video to us, Ashley, because I didn't see anything.
Oh, I haven't either.
So this is your boots on the ground reporting, which is just
I haven't
reading
seen
someone
anything.
else's post.
Yeah. Duh.
Welcome to Trump's America, everyone.
Trump's run through.
Ashley, please explain what you read.
Describe to us in
Fucking
detail
asshole.
what you read.
Okay, what I read, which is now fact because I read it on Twitter. Katya Kurakova's cat ears fell off.
Mm-hmm.
And in her costume change reveal, something went wrong. So she didn't actually get the costume change done. And then she had to rip off her top.
I mean, this is a nightmare situation. I think the ears were bound to fall off.
I want to know how she secured them because I didn't really see a headband. I think they were just kind of
They were
like
individual clips.
pinned in there. Yeah.
Because in my mind, it was a headband.
But how did she get them to stick straight up? Because when you pin something in your hair, it's going to like fall back. I'm impressed that they stayed in for as long as they did, that this is the first event.
I think starch helps the fabric stay up. But if I were her, I would want, if I knew my ears had to fall off once, I would rather it happen in the echoed halls of a Latvian international competition than the full arena of the TD Garden.
For her sake, yes. For my sake, I do wish I could see the video.
Aren't you getting a clear enough picture from Ashley reading a tweet?
Eventually, I'm not coming back on this show.
That's so not true.
I know.
Yeah, that's not true.
Do you feel like with costume changes, because I never had a costume change, and it is a big regret of mine, but how do you practice that every single day? Do you need to like eventually bring out your costume and do it regularly just to make sure you're like doing it right?
Well, I imagine that when you're in practice, that you're like in your practice clothes and you're like miming the change. So I imagine that.
So you just shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And then
Yeah.
I imagine that 1 week before the competition, you decide to do like a simulation at the rink and you bring out the costume and
Oh
make
my
sure
God, I'm
that
nauseous
change
already.
works. I know. There was nothing I hated more
hated
than skating
competition
in my
simulation.
costume at home.
I never did it. You practiced in your you practiced in your competition costume. Sorry, I don't know why I'm talking like I've never actually watched figure skating because I haven't. So on like the 20-minute warm up, would you wear your costume?
Yes.
I never put that shit on. I put it on right before I skated and took it off immediately afterwards.
I'm almost certain it's really hard for me to like remember what I did, but I'm almost certain that in the morning of is when I would wear the costume. Just make sure that like it was feeling right and
Feeling
everything.
good.
Yeah. But I had mastered at that point in my career that like all of my costumes were just different colors, but the same shape. Like they were all just
Same
mesh.
cut, different color.
They were just different colors of
I need
mesh.
to check and make sure my mesh feels good.
Exactly. My body
Skin
con.
tight. Now, Sarah, do you feel like you as a skater, your persona of who you think you would be on the ice? I did not wear my costume on the 20-minute warm-up.
I would.
Who would you be? You would.
No, I would wear it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why?
Because even now, like when I run, I'm really particular about what I'm wearing when I do it. Like I have a specific pair of shorts that I have like 6 pairs of, and I don't run in leggings. I hate them, and it will throw me off completely.
Oh my God, I didn't know this about you. What do you wear if it's cold out?
Oh, I don't like to run outside.
Oh, okay.
I'm a treadmill girly
Okay.
through and through. I wear leggings to the gym when I'm not going to run on a treadmill, but when I'm going to run, I'm like feel very specific about what I'm going to wear, and I feel like I would be a little neurotic about that. Skating too,
Yes, I was.
where I would like want to just make sure I had an exact feel for doing all my things with those clothes on.
And see, I refused to let myself become neurotic about it. So I was just like, it's not a big deal. I don't even need to try it out. And then every single time I would jump with my World's 2016 like white Moulin Rouge dress, I'd be like, that was the worst idea ever. This is the skirt that is the hardest for me to jump in. I'm going to fall. And that was what I was thinking the entire time. So I probably should have switched teams.
What was it like to jump in a skirt? Is it weird?
Yes, and the skirt can really change in weight depending on the fabric and the crystals. And Lisa McKinnon would always give me this design where the skirt was like crystalled like crazy. And I would look at it and be like, take those off. And it depends on like how the skirt is cut and all of these things. But I don't know. I just really believed you can't let yourself get in your head about that kind of stuff.
I believe you can.
Yeah, I think you can. I think you can be in your head about a lot of stuff.
I remember having costumes that like sometimes, because I would usually in practice skate in like a t-shirt or like very form-fitting clothing, and then to like go out and have a costume where the sleeve was just like romantically billowing in the breeze, I'd be like, this is distracting to feel chiffon against my forearms.
That's fair though. That's a lot of like stimulation.
It was stimulation. I wasn't in the place to be stimulated by thread count.
Chiffon. A silk charmeuse.
I do think like a costume change is asking for trouble to some degree. It's just an additional variable that could go wrong.
Is there a way to do a costume change that looks expensive? Or do you think it's a trick?
Well, I think when the trick is sometimes a costume change can look like someone's wearing like a heavy paper bag on the top. And then they're like, well, surprise.
Yes.
And we're like, it's not a surprise because we could see your gown shoved into your brassiere. But sometimes it is a surprise. Like Sherbakova,
That's a
that
good
surprised me.
The spin, also, that was the best way to do it. And I don't know why not enough people have thought of doing the costume change in a spin. Most people are like, I need to be 2 feet firmly planted on the ground, and I'm going to unbutton.
They're not doing anything.
I want you. They go up to the mic and you hear snap, snap, and then
rip. They tap on the mic and they go,
Is this thing on?
And then they say, because this thing's coming off.
But you know what? To be fair, I'll say Kurakova, her costume change, I didn't see coming. So I think it was a good one.
Because she was clawing at her neck like a cat.
She was distracting you with the cat ears. You never thought about the
No,
dress.
I never thought. I never thought.
Well, I never thought that I would see an on ice like she's crawling on the ice.
It's amazing.
And then all of a sudden, it's because she's so low to the ground, you just don't see it coming.
No, it's amazing.
Yeah. Like physically, she is low to the ground.
Physically, she's low.
Yeah.
Which makes me think of another costume change where this did kind of feel like most of the costume was shoved up into the top until we got to a point which was, Sarah, will you please?
Lorraine Le Cavalier.
Absolutely, yes.
Oh,
What program was this? Like Grease or something?
I think she definitely did a Grease program. I can't remember if that's the costume change one or not.
But she went from like a black dress to like in Technicolor. It was like she was like Dorothy stepping through the door into Oz.
Maybe it was Grease then. Maybe she was going from like becoming a pink lady or something.
Well, that's going in reverse, right? Because that's like slutty Sandy to
I don't
colorful Sandy?
remember. Lorraine had some spunk. And
She really did.
yeah, and it was in her nose in the form of a white powder.
And the spunk got to her in the form of a drug test.
In the form of a suspension.
How long was she suspended for? Indefinitely?
I don't think so. I'm guessing she's not suspended anymore, but I think she retired.
She just retired. She's like,
Yeah.
But I
I'm
can't
good.
imagine she was suspended indefinitely.
No
I
way.
mean, people who are actually doping aren't suspended indefinitely. Speaking of, did you see Camila Valieva is going to come back
Yeah.
after she's done being suspended?
Yeah.
Is she?
That's what she
Yeah.
said.
I mean, she should. Why not?
Is that fierce or flutz?
Oh, we need to bring this back.
I think she should. Why not?
Okay. Do you want to elaborate anymore?
Yeah, let me elaborate. The strawberry cake is out of the system. I think at this point we're not using the same cutting boards as the grandpa. By the time she comes back, will be like what, 6 years later, 5-6 years later.
Well, is it a 4-year retroactive suspension? It would just be 4 years, right?
I think by the time maybe we see everybody back in competition.
It doesn't matter. It will be after this coming Olympics, obviously. It'll be
Yes.
at least 4 years, if not 6. I can't remember the details.
I think it's a flutz that she has to come back, you know, because it's a flutz that she was put in that position in the first place. So for her, fierce. For the situation, flutz.
Okay. Well, we'll see if
You
she
heard
actually
it here
does it.
first. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see if she actually does it. She's saying she's going to, but I don't know. It's a long way away.
It is a long way away.
I feel like I want her to just be able to close the chapter and go forth with her life. Like, there's a part of me that wishes she was just going to leave this in the rearview mirror and be like, I was put in this bad position by a bunch of adults around me. I don't want to go back and, like, you know, but I see the other side of, like, trying to go back and, I don't know, take ownership of whatever. I don't know.
I know. I feel because that's the side of it I see where I'm like, it kind of ended on terms that she was out of control of. And so if she wants to come back and she can, she should at least give it a go.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if she does. Lorraine Le Cavalier definitely should give it a go.
She absolutely should. And I could give a 5-minute answer, more detailed, if you'd like. Because there's not enough spunk, and I mean that in this way that I'm saying in the sense of attitude. We need more spunk. We need more Lorraine. And that's, I could go on and on.
We
I
need
said
more
I could.
recreational drug use.
And professional skating. We had another thing that I wanted to take the time to address. And it was somebody asking about the coding that I use for the draft. And they were asking what the OO means in the
I
ranking.
had a second where I was like, what the fuck does this mean?
Didn't I say, why do you have all those numbers there?
I think at one
Out
point you
of-
did, yes. I use the OO so that you can, it's a way for me to just double check that I'm giving the right amount of points per ranking. So it's just, if somebody was second out of 12, it says 20012, which is 11 points. And I figured that if there was ever somebody who was like, that's the wrong number, somebody would be able to then like call it out and verify it. So it's OO out of.
I see. Okay.
What did you think it, or did you were just like that? I'll just let Adam be himself.
Yeah, I assumed it was something you did to like make the equation work the right way, and I was like, okay.
Thank you for trusting me and not
Yeah, well-
questioning me.
Well, I think I questioned you privately, but I am supporting you publicly
Thank
now.
you. That's all that matters. A lot
Agreed.
of people question me privately, and some even do it publicly, very publicly. But I'm always appreciative of the support, public and private. Ashley, anything to add?
What else do we have?
I got a live fierce or flutz question that came in.
Really?
And
That just happened
Yes.
to happen in the last half hour?
8 minutes ago.
Okay.
Go
What
on.
is it?
Fierce or flutz, the annual ISU awards.
Oh, God.
I do think that these are floods.
I think they're flutz too.
Like
I
just
think it's-
as a concept or
As a
these particular
concept.
ones?
I don't
Go
even
on.
know
Let's
who's.
do it as a concept because the tweet was not specific.
I think it's just weird that the governing body gives out awards. I just think that's weird.
Well, isn't the Oscar nominations are coming from like a secret board of people, right?
I don't know if it's a secret board of people.
The Academy? The Academy of Arts and
How
Science?
how separate? Well, I feel like my understanding is that it's like a separate group of people from that, so that it's not necessarily
Well-
like a conflict of interest.
Yeah, I guess like what do we think? I don't think this is that weird. I think some of the execution of it is weird, but I feel like the concept of it doesn't bother me that much. Isn't it fan voted?
But
Yeah.
it's not fan nominated.
Is it not?
No.
Oh. I'm like, that changes everything. It doesn't for me.
Well, maybe that explains why they nominate 25 people for every category, which is one of my main complaints.
Oh.
It is too many people.
I've
It's
never
so-
done any research into the
There are
ISU
so
awards.
many nominations for like best costume and most entertaining program.
I'm excited for our postseason, the Rosies.
Oh my God, that's right.
That's an award show I can get behind.
I'll have to bring her onto the episode so she can really give her final say. Because she's talking now. So it's going to be goggles and bubbles and yellow, but that's, we'll work with that.
So if you guys had your way, you would get rid of these completely?
Well, if I was competing and I knew that there was an opportunity for me to win something, I would say keep them in. But if I wasn't getting nominated, I'd say get rid of them.
100% on the same page.
I'd be like, this is so stupid. I don't want to get rid of them.
But if I were nominated, I'd be campaigning
I'd take
door
it
to
so
door.
seriously.
I'd be
take it
canvassing.
so seriously. Yes.
I'd be like,
This
do
is
you have a minute?
grassroots movement.
Exactly. Do you have a minute to talk about the ISU awards? I'm like Jehovah's Witness at the door. Hi, is your mom home? Do you have a minute? Be sitting outside every grocery store with the Girl Scouts. Hi, if you don't want any cookies, I'd love to take 2 minutes of your time. Do you have an internet connection? And an email. Oh, I'd win
that's
those
funny.
awards so damn fast. I'd be outside my local Ralph's right now, not training.
I don't know if that would help you beat out some of the fan groups that vote in blocks for these.
No, it wouldn't.
No, there's only so much you can do. I know that I'd be nominated but wouldn't win.
No, you would win. Are you kidding?
No, you would win. You would win. What are the categories? I haven't ever taken these too seriously.
They've
'cause it
changed
happened
them a
after I
few times,
retired.
but the categories this year are best costume, most entertaining program, best choreographer,
And fattest ass.
and best
I would win.
coach.
I would win fattest ass.
You've made that joke before.
I have.
Yes.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, you
Yeah, but
have.
I was like that. Well, it just says that I haven't grown at all.
No.
That's true.
That years later, I'm going, oh, I have a good original joke.
Wait, okay, so you guys don't know who the nominees are for any of this?
No.
No.
Okay, so let me ask you cold then. Who would
Okay.
you give best coach to?
Okay. Cold.
Ashley just starts laughing.
I'm trying to think like who's coaching now.
That's true.
I'm gonna guess that. Okay, hold on.
No. Don't guess. I want you to tell me who you would give the award to.
Oh, who I would give it to?
Yeah, who in your mind is like the best coach of the season?
You know who I actually think really deserves a shout out is Amber's coach.
Yeah, Damon Allen.
Damon Allen. I think he has done such a good job at helping her put it all together. And I feel like this season, more than any season in the past, we've seen her really highlight what she's been training. And I know that she's done a lot of work in so many different areas of her life, but I feel like Damon really deserves a shout out for that.
I think another nominee should definitely be Ilya's dad because
Well,
I think
he's got to be on there.
I think he's got to be on there because one, Ilya like won the Grand Prix final, and two, Sarah Everhart has been solid as a rock all year.
Yeah.
Ilya's parents are on the list as a collective together.
Yes. Okay.
Damon Allen is not on the list, and I think that's a really good shout out, Ashley.
That's really it is interesting that he's not because I agree
Who else
that
is on this list?
probably Marie France and Patrice.
Patrice is on here. Marie France is not.
Oh.
They said, well, if you're going to stay home.
A woman?
Just finding this out on the right after International Women's Day.
It really stings a bit more.
It does. Okay, the people on this list are Barbara Fusar-Poli,
Okay, great.
Roman from I Am, and Patrice. They're on here separately.
Mm-hmm.
Mia Hamada, period. Michael Uth, who I think is actually, that's a great nominee. He coaches Luke Ass.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Carol Lane, Ilya's parents, and Sonoko Nakano.
I, off the top of my head, do not know who Sonoko Nakano coaches.
Sonoko used to coach Shoma, and she coaches Tatsuya Suboi now, among others. But
Okay.
that's what I know her best for, was when she worked with Shoma for many years before he went to Stefan.
Wait, okay, so the next one is best costume.
There is a best costume category.
Going in cold, immediately Olivia Smart.
Okay.
And then after that, Nina Pinzeroni.
Okay.
I
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think June should be on there.
I'm going to say Evan Bates and Madison Chalk.
Okay. All of these people are on the list. There are like 20 nominees for best costume, and I'm not going to read them all. It's too many. Anyone you might think of
Piper and Paul.
is probably on here. Piper and Paul are on here too, yeah.
Yeah, that back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should be on the list.
Okay.
Well, and they had like 8 rhythm dance costumes.
Wait, I'm curious. Is Ilya on there?
He is, for his free skate.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
It's theatrical. They're appropriate for the program.
But you know, even with Ilya's costumes, like even if they're not your like cup of tea, they
Wait.
are like
Wait.
yes.
I
Okay.
misread this. Nina Pinzeroni is not on here.
Shame to the ISU.
She's on Most Entertaining Program, but not on Best Costume.
That's criminal.
This is a
That's
fashion crime.
crazy.
This is why you can't take them seriously.
Oh, that's actually crazy. The fit of the red dress and also how beautiful that black short program dress is.
Yes. Oh, is Brady on there or Kurakova?
For costume?
Yes.
Brady's black costume. That's what I'm thinking of. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
I'm
so
thinking
good.
of the same thing. Wow.
Neither one.
I think Kurakova could have been on there because that
That's commitment.
well, the costume change I didn't see coming.
Yeah.
But you know what? They probably withdrew her nomination when the ears fell off in Latvia.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, because that's
Just
also
now,
a costume
yesterday.
violation.
They went take it off. Wrong,
Take her
Minus
off the
1
list.
point deduction. Take her off the list.
Yeah. That is
Okay.
that
A
is
crime.
interesting.
Most entertaining. So then you're going to have the heavy hitters.
Well, and I mean, Ashley, to that point, I do think like thinking about someone like Brady, who has kind of gradually improved throughout the season, but like maybe wasn't getting like super high placements in the fall. I feel like that like hurts your ability to get nominated for these. That's kind of how it feels. Is like they're choosing from
They're
the
like show
upper
up by
echelon of results,
January. Yeah,
as opposed to, you know what I mean? Because like,
totally.
sorry, Josephine Talyagard, Celine Dion.
Oh my God.
should
Yeah.
be on Most Entertaining Program, but
It's
she's not.
Oh, that's insanity.
Because
Again,
they're choosing from
Call the
like,
police.
you know what I mean?
They're just choosing from a certain caliber of athlete,
Yeah. Which
which
is not really,
surprising.
yeah.
It's not the whole story.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it either.
I'm trying to think of the programs that are nominated. Like, obviously, it's going to be Ilya. Obviously, it's going to be Maddie and Evan, Piper, Paul.
I think Mona Chiba could be in there. Short
Mona
program.
Chiba,
Love that short
her-
program.
Oh,
She's not.
Damn. I really have no taste.
You or they?
It sounds like me because I'm just saying people who aren't nominated.
I don't agree with Nina's. I'm assuming does it say what program or just like the
It's her free
person's
skate.
name? I don't agree with that. I don't think it's that. It's fine.
Yeah. No, I know. These lists are weird.
Yeah.
Some of them I'm like, oh yeah, obviously. And some
Yeah.
of them I'm like, what?
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. You know who should win Most Entertaining Program since they're not going to give it to Josephine? Is they have Yuka Orihara and Juho Pyrinen from Finland. You know
Totally.
that program?
Oh,
yes.
yeah. The
She's
Chicago
in leg
program?
warmers.
Yes. That's
Yes.
So good.
It's amazing. He's giving 150%.
Yeah.
And she's also giving 150%. They aren't like competing, they're auditioning
Right. For Broadway.
Yeah.
in Helsinki. It's a smaller street.
Broadway.
It's not
That is-
Chicago that they're doing, right? It's
42nd Street, isn't it?
Chorus Line.
Chorus Line.
They did Chicago
1, 2,
previously,
3,
right?
4, 5, 6, 7.
Am I making that up?
No,
They did do Chicago, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
They love all of the small streets in New York and the in the big cities in the US.
The bright lights, big city.
Yeah. So they should win.
They really should win.
Well, best of luck to everybody.
Yeah.
If you do win, congratulations. If you don't win, this is fake and not worth your concern.
Yeah, wait
kinda
until the
how I would
Rosies for a real award.
Yeah, you just wait.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. We have to go back and revisit the Rosies for the categories that we did.
And formatting,
I know.
I'm like, how did it?
I don't remember them all.
Was I
I
even
think that you
present?
were in the thick of being
I was
pregnant.
in the thick of it. No, I was in the thick of being a new mom.
of postpartum.
Yeah, that's why I don't remember anything. I'm just getting my gray matter back now, so bear with me.
Okay.
Wait, so you can get it back?
Yeah, your brain's a muscle.
Okay. Because
Ish.
I feel
It's
like
not,
last time we
but-
talked about this, you just said it makes you dumber. You lose gray
It
matter.
does make you dumber and you lose gray matter.
but you can get it back.
You can get it back with a little bit of hard work.
All right.
Okay.
Here's to the gray matter coming back, baby.
And the hard work.
And the hard work just beginning.
Oh, that's
Well, it's been a great episode, you guys. Truly filled with facts and fiction and love
Truly.
and care. Before we go, we have been talking and how should we say this?
We're doing a live show in Boston.
That's right, Sarah. You took the words
Is that-
right out
are
of my
those
mouth.
the words you were looking for?
yeah.
Yes, we are going to do a live show in Boston. Just to repeat that in a different voice.
Yes.
We're all really excited.
No, as soon as we have all of those details, we will make sure that we have them up on the Instagram. We'll make sure that we talk about them on the show. We will make sure that you have them because we would love to see you at our live show on Saturday, the 29th in Boston at the World Championships.
Yay.
We
Merci. You guys have anything else you want to say?
Nope.
I think that's
that's
pretty much it.
We love you. We'll see you next week. Next week, there's going to be a lot to talk about. Week before Worlds, the draft, the disciplines. And we'll see you here on The Run Through.
Bye.